Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Andrea Pflaumer. Andrea is an author and a blogger. She is writing about fashion and style and arts in California, and has a wonderful book. It's called Shopping for the Real You. And I love how she has a very wonderful connection between fashion as a representation of your personality and your style. And we're going to talk about some tips for using style and fashion to your advantage as an older woman. So welcome, Andrea. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much, Margaret.
You know, as I said in the intro there, you have some practical things that women can do, and your book is really all about that. And I think that, you know, it's one thing to say we're getting older and we've got these different challenges, but then what do you do? I mean, what are some specific practical things that you can buy, wear, show to make yourself feel more like you?
Right. Well, the first thing, we talked about this once before, has to do with gravity.
Yeah.
Get a bra assessment.
A bra assessment. Okay. I know what you mean. I know.
Your breasts are going to change as you get older, and the shape is going to change.
Yeah.
And what may have served you before is not necessarily going to serve you now. But it's very important to have the right undergarments for two reasons. One is that it makes everything that you wear over it look better if you have the right bra on. And the other thing is that when you have good undergarments on, it changes your mindset. You feel kind of more juicy. So I recommend highly going to a professional, going to your department store or wherever specialty store, and get measured accurately and get a bra. Make sure it's comfortable. There are some online that are wonderful that I actually like, but I highly recommend. That's the first thing everybody should do.
That is so interesting. When we went down to Milan a few years ago to visit Melanie Page, who's a fashion stylist, we did a video series with her about for 60 and Me. Anyway, and the first thing she said was, "Margaret, you need to get another bra." And she just like you, she said that, if without that, it's no sense talking about, fashion, accessorizing or what fabrics to wear or whatever. And so very consistent. So get a bra assessment, and they don't charge you for it. I mean, you just have to be a little brave to get undressed in front of someone, at least the top part. So, okay, good advice, good tip.
Okay, the second one is, this is just basic. Keep your skin as healthy as possible, and that requires a couple of things. Stay hydrated. That's crucially important. Eating well, because it's going to show up on your face, under your eyes and around your mouth. You have to have nourishment and nutrition, and you have to get exercise, because all of that's going to keep the circulation going. You can dress up anything you want, but if you don't have healthy looking skin, that's one of the first things that's going to make you feel kind of unattractive. So make sure that you're hydrated, that you're eating well, and that you get regular exercise every week. I actually should have made that the first one, because I think it's the most important one, is keep the inside healthy and then the outside looks better.
It's so true. And actually, we talk a lot about this, about the anti-aging pressures that are out there, all the products, but really, like you said, the fundamental thing is to keep your skin healthy. Healthy skin is beautiful skin. You don't even have to put a lot of foundation and other things on. Your skin will glow if you do those things you mentioned. So perfect second tip. Okay, what's the third? I'm really excited to hear these. These are great.
Right. You can always, makeup is great. I wear it, but start with a good foundation.
Absolutely. In fact, I've been looking at, just as an aside note, I've been looking at lots of moisturizers and doing some videos on them. And actually, it turns out that you can get some very good quality products, very affordable.
That's right.
You do often pay for the branding of these more expensive products. And so we've looked at, mid-range and affordable. And I've been really, really pleasantly surprised with some of the products. So that, again, even just to moisturize, like you said, hydration and moisturizing, super important.
That's right. The other thing is get a good haircut and keep it up. I'm seeing my hairdresser in 2 days.
Me too. I'm looking, as you said that, it's like,
I think was it Christopher Hopkins, who's a really wonderful hairstylist in the United States? He said, or was it George Brescia? I forget.
One of them.
Your hair is the hat that you wear every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And so this is your crowning glory. And your hair gets thinner as you get older. It changes texture. Obviously, it changes color. I just stopped coloring my hair 10 months ago. And in fact, 4 of my other very close friends have stopped coloring their hair, which is kind of it's an interesting thing, but there's a movement in that direction. But the color really doesn't matter so much as the cut, because that it gives shape, it gives structure, and if it's a good haircut, it flatters the structure of your face.
Yeah.
And you always want attention to come up from here. That's why you need a bra assessment too, so that the attention is not going down to your waist. Keep it uplifted. So,
and you can have long hair if you like. I mean, a lot of women like to have long hair. So, as when you say a cut, that really could just be a trim, or making sure that good long hair is healthy. I have a friend, Maureen, whose hair is down to the back of her waist, and she keeps it in such great shape. It looks very, very beautiful. So, good advice. That's a really good one to remember. And maybe you can get someone to trim it for you, because haircuts can be super expensive.
I should say my mother had thick, gorgeous, she had black hair and then it turned white, and she lived to 94, and she wore it long and back, and it was, till the day she died. It was just beautiful.
That's wonderful. Okay, so we've got 3 down. What's another tip for us to really use fashion and style to our advantage here? And you've given 3 good ones.
Well, one of the most important things, and I've learned this from my European friends too, is if you're going to splurge on anything, splurge on handbags and shoes, because those are the things that people notice first. Your handbag says a lot about you, and you want to make sure the size is right. So make sure the proportions are right for your body, because you don't want anything you wear to show up before you do. You want it to enhance who you are. So I brought a few here, and I want to use them to demonstrate a little bit about style. So this is one of my bags that I got from Brahman that I wear a lot.
Pretty.
The reason I love the texture, and it looks like a very expensive bag, but it's not. I love the texture because I can wear texture. Now, because I don't have a lot of, you have a lot of smoothness, you have a lot of roundness, you have a lot of what we call yin qualities, a lot of feminine qualities. I have more yang qualities. And so this has a lot of yang value to it. And so I really like this. And again, and you can find these things in Target, that look like that. Something? There's lots of places.
Sorry, Andrea. No, the thing is about handbags also, so it's not just handbags, it's fashion too. If you know the shape and the style that you're looking for, you can find some nice copies as long as you know what you're looking for. And that's why I often buy Style Magazine, just to see what the trends are. And then I look for those trends in the H&Ms of the world or other places, because like a lot of older women, I don't want to spend a lot, like $300 on a handbag. But if you can find a nice copy, TJ Maxx does a lot of really interesting handbags that you can, I don't know if you have a TJ Maxx anywhere near you, but I remember when I used to go shopping there, they big on handbags. But carry on.
Absolutely. I have stopped women on the street and said, where did you get that bag? And they say, Target, TJ Maxx, so yes, Ross, absolutely. Now here's another point. Oh, here's another one. I bought this at a discount shop. It's a Coach bag. But one of the things I say is if you want to find out if something's going to work for your style, ask yourself, if I had something, here's another one that I really love for summertime.
Oh, I like that.
Ask yourself, if I had that in a full garment, would I wear it? And that will tie in with the rest of your clothing.
Yes.
So another one, like, so here's some sandals. I live in California, so we can wear open-toed shoes a lot. If you have, this is suede, again, because I have sort of, the quality, the texture of my skin is not too shiny.
Yes.
Although I'm wearing some some moisturizer. But so the suede works for me because I thought, well, if I would could I wear a jacket in that? Yeah, I could wear a jacket in suede.
Yeah,
Could I wear something in stripes like this? Yeah, I could wear something in
me
stripes like
too.
this.
Andrea,
And
excuse me for interrupting you there. Could you show me that shoe again, like the whole shoe, so I can see the heel of it?
yes,
And just the whole, because it's got an ankle strap. Can you turn it on the side? I love those shoes. Seriously, I do. Could you
this
just
shoes is a
talk
great
them
shoe. So
through?
those were expensive. These
They're
were
lovely.
very, very inexpensive, but I
I love
absolutely
them.
love them. I got them at a discount shop.
Yes,
I'll
they're
just tell you a
beautiful.
quick story about these shoes. I had been looking at them online for a year and a half, and they were just too expensive. And so when they finally went on sale, I bought them. And I love them. And I sprayed them with Scotch Guard, put them outside to dry. And when I went to get them, one of them was missing. And I said, what the heck happened? My husband said, oh, there were two foxes in the backyard today. I found the shoe about 20 feet away with a hole bitten in it.
Oh my goodness.
And
Well,
that
we had
reminded me.
fashionable foxes in your neighborhood, so they have good taste. Honestly, that's a great story. And I love you can show the hole. That's right.
Well, it did something else for me. I spent a lot of money on that shoe, but suddenly I let go of what it cost
Oh
because
my
I thought
goodness.
I could have lost it. So
Wow.
I can easily find something very similar, less expensive online. So you find a style that you like and then search around a little bit.
Yeah,
It's very easy to
it
find.
is
I
very
just want to
easy.
show one more bag because it's a lot
Sure.
of fun. This was very inexpensive and on sale. But again, it demonstrates, would I wear something in a blouse or something else that would match this sort of textile? Yes, I would. So that's one thing.
Right.
Good shoes and good bags, that will set your whole wardrobe up.
That's a really great suggestion. And like you said, they don't have to be that expensive. In fact, they actually can be less expensive than an actual item of clothing. I mean, you can get a bag for, reasonable price. So that's good advice. I love that Coach one. I love the color. Was that a maroon color, like a
Yeah,
wine
it's a
color?
maroon color,
Oh,
and
that's
this is
so
a
pretty.
very, what we call classic. This is a more classic
Yeah,
style.
oh, I love that one. That is so,
And
yeah,
this
that's
I
my
will
favorite.
have, this will go to my grave with me
Yes, I
because you
yeah,
can't kill this thing. It's just,
yeah,
and it goes with
fantastic.
so much.
Did we get to five, or did we get stuck on four with the
Well,
shoes?
there's one more.
Okay.
The final one is have a mirror. Actually, have three mirrors. You want to have a full length mirror so that you can see head to toe, because you want to make sure that the hemlines are right, that go with your shoes, that the hair ties in all together, and that the length of your outerwear is in good proportions to the rest of it. So you need to have a full length mirror.
I've got that check.
You also need a handheld mirror so that you can see the back of your head, because you want to make sure that my hairdresser said most people see you from the back of your head, so you want to make sure the back looks good. So that's one thing, to make sure there aren't any stray hairs hanging around, or like mine do, go to the top because I have curly hair.
I'll tell you something about that that's really important, for just from my personal experience. This part of your hair always seems to get thinner, or often seems to get thinner, and you always comb your hair forward, and you forget that people, like you say, are looking from the back. So because we always do that, we always frame our face, we always comb our hair to frame the front of our face. That's the part there.
Right. My friend Brigitte Niash taught me that one. And she's very
Yeah.
blunt about it. She said, "That's where your bald spot shows."
Exactly. She was to the point. Okay, so that's the second mirror. What's the
And
third
the
one?
third one, and the last point is to have a close-up mirror,
Yeah.
because there are things we don't always notice. A stray hair,
Yeah.
and even though women think they don't break out at certain ages, I know after 60 I have
Oh,
breakouts periodically.
yeah.
So it's good to have three mirrors. Those are very practical ideas that anybody can
Super.
implement.
Honestly, Andrea, those were really, really fascinating, and not what I expected, but they're great. And I think that people will find them incredibly useful. And like you said, they're not things that you have to invest thousands of dollars on. These are simple things that you can use to enhance your fashion style in your 60s or earlier, any age. So anyway, please check out Andrea's website. It is what is it called? Shopping for shoppingfortherealyou.com,
Right.
and check out her book. And she's really got a wealth of information for people who care about fashion. And I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Thank you very much, Margaret.
Talk again soon.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our 60andMe YouTube channel and also visit our website. We are a strong and dynamic community of women over 60. We're challenging aging stereotypes, and every day we share fascinating stories, interesting questions, and great conversation.